Okay, hi guys. So I have my retainer in right now, so I'm a little bit lispy, but I just wanted to make this video quickly before bed because it was a bad day. And I'm trying to be quiet so that my host family doesn't hear me. But the kids are really bad. I have dealt with really bad children before, but typically when I babysit, it's for like 5 hours, 7 hours, and I go home, and I don't even know where I'm getting at with this video, but today the little boy was having an issue, and he was just having a bad day, I guess. But we went to the park after school, and he thinks it's funny not to hold my hand when we cross the street, so that's been a problem. And then we went to the park after with their housekeeper and I both, and we were playing soccer. And of course, if he doesn't score every goal and win the game, then he cries. And he's just not growing up to learn basically the real world. Then on our walk home, he wouldn't give the ball back to the housekeeper, and she kept asking, and he was saying no, 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 and then he threw it down the street, which was at an incline. So, of course, he started freaking out, and I had to run after it down the road to get it. And then, when I come back up the street with the ball, he says, "Gimme, gimme." And I was holding the ball over my head so he couldn't get it. But then he burst into tears, like, "No, thank you." It irks me to high heaven. And so, anyways, I give the housekeeper the ball because she asks for it. She's a little scary too, but, anyways, and she doesn't speak any English, only Spanish. So, communication is difficult sometimes, but she wanted the ball back, so I gave it to her, and then she spanked the little boy and then gave him the ball back. What kind of message are you sending to him when he just gets what he wants at the end of it? So he got a little spanking. He ended up getting the ball back. Like, that's teaching him nothing. And of course, I can't say anything because, like I said, she's kind of scary, and yeah. But I just couldn't believe she gave him the ball back after he threw it down the street. And, anyways, so we get back to the house, and then it's just little things like he'll cry if I don't play a game with him, and if things aren't his way, he freaks out and he'll start bawling. And then, of course, anyone in the family will give him exactly what he wants, whether it be good or bad. We're in the living room then later that night watching TV, and the little girl wants to change the channel. So she's trying, but the remote isn't working. So I tried, and the remote wasn't working for me either. So, of course, little guy wants to try it too. So I said, okay, once, because he was like grabbing at the remote and trying to get me to give it to him, and he was just freaking out. So I said, okay, you can try. And so he tries a few times, and it's not working, surprise. And so I take the remote back after he's tried, and then he gets very angry. So the little girl uses a different remote to turn the TV off, and he freaks out. So he takes the remote in his one hand and he hits his sister with his other hand, to which I said no, and very sternly. And he takes the remote and throws it across the room, like full force throws the remote. So I grab his arm with my hand and I said, well, I guess I've said their names before, and you'll probably hear them, but anyways, but I said, Pablo, no. And then he looks at me and he starts bawling. So, of course, his mom, who was working upstairs, comes down. And when I say firmly, guys, like, I don't mean I like yanked his arm. I was like, Pablo, no, because he threw the remote. So, anyway, she comes down. He says whatever to her in Spanish, which I don't know. And she's like, Maria, did Maria do something? Maria's the little girl. And I was like, nope. Pablo was the one that threw the remote across the room. And she was like, oh, I understand. It's okay. But then proceeds to do nothing with either of them. So, okay, dinner time comes, and both kids are goofing off, playing with their food, eating with their hands, and she's on her phone. She isn't even paying attention. She will yell at them every like 10 seconds, but then her face is in the phone the whole time. So she's not even seeing what they're doing. She yells at the wrong kid because one kid will be doing something loud. She'll yell at the other one, and it's like, what? And so, anyways, Pablo's just goofing off. Dinner took like 25 to 30 minutes, which in Spain, like, their dinner is not like it is in Canada. Lunch is a big deal, dinner is super short, and so it was just stupid. Before bed, he goofs off in the sink, and again, she yells at him, but there's really no punishment or anything. Yeah, they go to bed, they're goofing off, they get yelled at more, but basically the same thing's gonna happen tomorrow and the day after that, and I hate it because I can't really do anything about it because my job is not a babysitter or a nanny, it's to teach English, so I can't discipline the children necessarily. I really try to speak to them and use positive reinforcement, like, if you do this well, um, you're going to be such a mature boy or girl if you do this, and you're acting so grown up, and thank you for being good. So I can use my words and I can scold them and kind of, I don't know, attempt to direct them in the right way, like, Pablo, no, that's being silly, but if we do it like this, blah blah blah. But I just, honestly, what I get from this experience, I feel, is going to be patience. And at some points, it takes every ounce of me not to yell or not to spank him because at the end of the day, like, I would like to raise my children in the future through gentle parenting, which is a whole nother topic. But when I was growing up, my parents would give spankings if we were bad, and my brother and I were very good kids. I'm not saying that punishment or physical punishment is a good thing, and obviously that's all I had kind of grown up with. But at this point, these kids, they run the house, and I just don't know what to do. So it was a difficult day dealing with that, and I'm also wearing my Real Men Date Dancers t-shirt that Skylar made. So Skylar, if you're watching this, hi, I love you. And yeah, I have to say I haven't been too homesick, but it's just the fact that I don't know how I'm going to be able to put up with this for so long. Basically, the kids are bad, and the parents just don't know, or they don't open their eyes and realize that. I guess if it goes on any longer, I will have a talk with them because I don't take this, I don't accept this as normal having kids run the show. Anyways, also, if you are a parent and have any parenting tips, um, discipline tips that I could possibly use, because again, I'm not their parent, but I need all the help I can get. So leave comments down below, and yeah, thanks for watching this rant. Good night.